Welcome to r/Entitled People with a touch of Entitled Parents thrown in. In today's stories, Entitled Karen flushed my epilepsy meds and gets jail time. Train someone and they demand I give them half my tips at work. And guess I'm a paedophile for letting my little brother fall asleep on me. What is up, guys, and I do hope you are well. If you do enjoy Reddit stories, please consider hitting that like, that subscribe button, and maybe that notification bell. Totally up to you though, no pressure. And with that being said, let's get started. Our first story is from Skull Snipe, entitled Karen flushed my epilepsy meds and gets jail time. Firstly, this is not my story, but my wife's. Secondly, English is my third language out of 4. Thirdly, I'm dyslexic with a severe case of ADHD. Lastly, this is my first full format, so go easy on me. Background: in my country, we have a mandatory military service for both men and women. In my wife's case, she could have skipped it because of her medical condition. She has epilepsy, but she chose to serve. This story happened during her service. The cast: Direct and Commanding Officer DO, Karen, and my wife OP. The story occurs when OP and Karen served in the same office under DO. Karen and OP also bunked in the same barracks, with 2 other women, serving under a different division. In the beginning, there were no problems in the office. Then one day, OP forgot to take her evening meds with her to work. OP says, "Commander, may I leave early? I forgot my meds and I need to take them in an hour." DO said, "You can leave in half an hour." Context: the distance to the female barracks is 20 to 30 minutes away, depending on the walking pace. The DA knew that the meds slowed OP's motor skills. OP said, "Thank you. And Karen interrupted. "Hey, that's not fair. Why can she leave early?" My wife said, "I need my meds." "You're lying. You just want to leave me here with all the work." The only work left was cleaning the office. "No, I'm not. I have epilepsy. I need my meds to prevent seizures." "No, you don't. You're just faking to get high." "High? Are you out of your mind? My meds suppress the brain. I do not get high. It makes me function a bit slower." Karen, being a big dum-dum, continued to complain to DO that OP was lazy and slow on purpose. "See, she's doing it again, using the same lame excuse so she can stay in bed, get high and watch movies all day long." "That's enough. Karen, stop harassing OP and get back to work before I suspend your weekend leave again. OP, leave now and don't forget to take your meds next time or you will be in trouble." Context: every 21 days you get a weekend at home. Karen had been threatened with and received this punishment before for doing or saying something stupid. OP and Karen both respond, "Yes sir." OP returned to the barracks. The following morning, OP arose for the AM raising of the flag routine. This is mandatory for every soldier to be checked in and represented at 7 AM. While getting ready, OP can't find her meds. OP addressing the 3 other women in the barracks, "Where are my meds?" Karen, with a wide malicious expression, "I flushed them down the toilet. Now you can't get high and be normal like the rest of us." OP with a shocked expression, "You did what? You idiot! I need them! It takes 3 days for my meds to arrive at the base clinic. I can't go that long without them. I'll have a seizure." Karen says, "No you won't. You're just a junkie and now you can't get high." They stop arguing because they need to go outside for lifting of the flag. OP arrived late at the office. The officer says, "OP, why are you late?" "I was looking for my spare meds because Karen flushed my meds down the toilet." DO was angry and panicked. "Karen, get your ass in here right now." Karen with a pleased expression, "What do you want?" The DO still angry with a commanding expression. "First of all, it's DO sir to you. Second, are you out of your fucking mind? Why would you flush OP's meds? She can't function without them." Karen with the most Karen voice, "Yes she can. She's just faking it. She's a junkie. I just have to get rid of her addiction." OP with angry tears in her eyes. "Addiction? You moron, the pills prevent the seizures." Karen condescendingly, "You'll see, she's just a junkie." OP with a prominent blood vessel pulsing on her forehead and ghost white complexion, "I don't feel so good, DO. I need to lay down. I feel a seizure coming on right now." Context: the preventative measures of her meds wear off quickly when a patient is in distress, such as an emotional like anger. "Oh no you don't. Stand up." Karen proceeded to lift OP off the floor. "See, she's just faking it. Look at her." At that moment, OP had a grand mal seizure, fell to the floor and broke her front teeth. DO screamed at Karen to get the fuck out of the room. Karen continued to proclaim that OP was faking it and it was all for show. DO calls for paramedics. They, in turn, took OP to hospital for medical treatment. Opie had to stay in hospital for 3 days of observation and further 2 weeks at home to rest. Karen received a court-martial and 2 weeks of military jail time. It turned into a 3-month sentence as a urine test showed weed in her sample. Justly deserved. Ooh, it made me cringe thinking that you smash your teeth on the floor though. Ah! That has got to be painful. But fancy Karen smoking weed. Not that I got anything against weed smokers or anything, but smoking weed and then complaining about someone else taking drugs. Well, it wasn't even like illegal drugs or anything like that. I mean, come on, man. Great story. What do you think of that story? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Our next story is from Dusty Knee. Train someone and they demand that I give them half my tips at work. Posted this over in r/tales from my server also, but didn't know where this fit best, so here you go. So I got my aunt, who is a year younger than me, hired on, and because I know her, I got to train her for the working interview that we do for new servers to see how they'd like being a server. I have to say that I'm very close to them and I've always tried to help them in any way. Now she's been without a job for 5+ months now, and because my job started hiring, I got her in. She seemed grateful and excited, but I lost that excitement once she got into the shift. She was lazy and dragging ass, just honestly making my job harder. I eventually sit her down to ask her some interview questions, but she immediately tells me she doesn't like this job and can't be a server. So understanding she does need the money, I let her stay the rest of the shift and not really do anything besides follow me and maybe carry a plate or two. Now this whole time she's getting paid $8 an hour for this. I send her home with about 3 hours work under her belt. Not much money, but more than she had. Told her paychecks come this Friday and she leaves. About 2 hours later she calls me telling me that her boyfriend said that she was supposed to get half the tips because she helped me. Now I worked 8 hours and she worked 3. I make $2.13 an hour and she was making 8. She chose to stay after I said she could leave, but she suspected apparently I was going to be paying her out of my pocket. And then I told her she is more than welcome to come back tomorrow and continue training, and if she does well, I can throw a $15 or $20 tip, but she didn't work all day. She then says, no, I don't want to work. I want you to pay me half my tips because I had to follow you around all day. She also tells me she wants to talk to my manager tomorrow so she can get my tips. I just don't get it. You don't have any income, and the moment you have an opportunity you rather jump ship and then demand my tips. You put me in the weeds and have no drive to do anything for your measly 2 hours of helping me and your 1 hour I let you have of pretending to clean. She ended up calling me selfish and that I'm stealing from her because she deserved to be paid for her time. I laughed and hung up on her. Servers, has anyone ever demand your tips? It says I make $2.13 an hour. That can't be right when she was making 8 surely? Maybe he makes $8.13 an hour? Maybe I'm mistaken there. Maybe there's something I'm not quite getting about servers. I know servers are very different in the US compared to the UK and you have to tip in the US and things, but yeah, so any information on that would be great. Our next story is from definitely not Andrea. Guess I'm a paedophile for letting my little brother fall asleep on me. Oh boy, a little background. There's a pretty distinct age gap between my little brother and I. I'm 18 and he's only 7. But also because of this, I have a tendency to be a little bit of the overprotective big sister. I brought my little brother to a public pool a few weeks ago, since he loves swimming so much and it was a beautiful day. My parents both work, so I usually take care of him on days I don't work on my part-time job. So after swimming for about 2 hours, we hang out on a lounge chair underneath a tree. I had my legs crossed on the chair and the little man is sitting on my lap playing around with a rubber duck he brought for the pool for a little bit. But I notice he starts nodding off. Yes, he's a little big for a regular naps during the day, but hey, if he's tired, he's tired. It wasn't terrible outside, so what's wrong with a nap outdoors? So I move around a bit and make him a little bit more comfortable and he falls asleep in my lap, laying his head on my chest. Even though the sun wasn't strong, I also covered up our legs with a towel, just to be sure he wouldn't get sunburned. In comes this entitled woman and her child. Her son runs up to me and must have been very excited about the swim shirt he was wearing. He was ready to show anyone his cool Paw Patrol swim shirt. However, the woman didn't seem too happy with her son talking to me specifically. The son says, "Look it, miss, do you think my shirt is cool?" I say, "Wow, that's very cool." The son is all smiles. "Do you watch Paw Patrol?" The woman says the son's name. "You do not run up to strangers. You can't trust anyone these days." I say, "Oh, it's totally alright, he's just..." The woman cuts me off. "What the hell are you doing with that little boy?" Me, a moment of shocked silence. "Him? This is my little brother, he's just napping a little." That is completely inappropriate. Here you are in a skimpy bikini, shoving the face of a child in your breasts. Are you even wearing anything under that towel? I should call the cops on you. Unhand him this instant. Let me say that my swimsuit was hardly skimpy. It was your standard black bikini. But the fact that this woman basically thought I was straight up raping my little brother was insane. And unfortunately, she woken him up at this point, so he started to stir. I held him closer to me. I was fuming, but I really didn't want to curse in front of these kids. But also, I deadass thought this woman was going to take my little brother. I said, "What is wrong with you?" To which the woman replies, "What is wrong with me? I don't want my son thinking it's okay for a grown-ass woman to hold little boys so close to their breasts and genitals. Now let that little boy go, or I'll call the authorities, you paedophile." I say, "How dare you sexualise my little brother just for falling asleep on me, you vile human being." There were definitely other people around the pool area watching this scene in awe, but at this point, I think we all had enough pool for the day. I picked up my sleepy brother, my bag, told the EM son to have a fun time at the pool, and I went home. Oh my word! Time to get off this earth. What is going on with these crazy people? God, the kid's 7 years old. And as if someone would do that with a kid by the side of the pool anyway. I mean, come on. Use a bit of use your noggin. That's what I'm saying. Use your noggin. Where are these insane people? Absolutely crazy. What do you guys make of this story? I would love to hear your comments on this one. Absolutely insane. Anyway guys, as always, massive thank you for being here today. Really appreciate it. You're taking the time out of your day to watch my videos. As I say, it just absolutely blows my mind every time. Thank you to the people who's posting on Reddit, because without them we wouldn't have these stories anyway. Much love to you. Take care and have a great day. Take care now. Goodbye.